All right, everybody. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us. And what an incredible week we've had. Myself and Scott got a chance to fly out to Glendale on Tuesday and got to meet with, Armin and some of his partners out there, and Lewis. It was just an incredible 3 to 4 day period we had out there to really see the vision of this company and where they're going. And I tell you what, guys, Scott and myself are so excited about the opportunity over here with Vista Network and what they put together with the mini mining machine, and just the opportunity we believe for 2018 is going to be the best one out there. We're real excited. I tell you what, cryptocurrency is on the move right now, big time again. There was an article that came out in December just of 2017, just about a month ago, saying that less than 1% of the worldwide population is involved right now in cryptocurrency of any kind, and by the end of 2018, that could be upwards of 10%. By 2020, that could be upwards of the 30 to 40%. So talk about timing, positioning. It's just perfect over here with Vista Network. So we're pretty excited about that. Scott, could you eliminate the dings coming in here on this recording?
I'm trying to, Brent. I don't know what's up with the line. Hang on just a second. Keep talking. I'll see if I can make it happen.
Okay. I know we have a jam-packed call. We merged these two calls together from our 10 o'clock call that follows right up after this. There will be a 10 o'clock call, but what it's going to be is it's going to be a recording from this call. Scott, did you... Sorry about this, guys. Once again, Scott, having some troubles here with the controls.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hang on just a second. Let me try one more thing.
Okay. But we're gonna have tonight. We're gonna have George Hoagland on, which is one of our major leaders over here. He's on the advisory board over here, with talks about the vision of the company and what he sees going to happen. He was out there this week with us out in California. We're gonna have Armin on here, and hopefully we get a chance to hear from Paul as well tonight. So, Scott, I'm gonna turn the call over to you. I think we've got everybody on here right now, and it sounds like you did remove the background noise with the dings. So I'm going to turn over my partner from Alabama, Scott Taylor from Alabama. Go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Hey, great being on the call. The sad thing is I don't think we did. I don't know what's up with the lines tonight. I wish we could mute these things out. I just hate it. George? Okay, very much. All right, good deal. Somebody get it on there. Thank you, George. Guys, Scott in Alabama. One of the things that Brent, myself, and George have done over the last 12 to 13 months is we've been paying close attention to cryptocurrencies and what is going on with them. We've had some companies that have taken advantage of us. We've had other companies that we've made a little bit of coin with. One of the things that a lot of people out here in the United States have been concerned about is, why do these companies keep pulling away? Well, one of the things is there's so many people that start making false claims. There's so many people out here that are saying they don't have to pay taxes. But what we're doing here with Vista Network is we are a mining company. We teach people how they can buy a mini miner. When you buy the mini miner, then you can start plugging into your house, log into your own Wi-Fi, and it starts producing income every single day. Is there a guarantee? Absolutely not, because one of the problems that's happened over the past 12 to 13 months is people have made guarantees. They've gone up there and promised people how much money they could make. They promised people how much return they would have as an investment. But you know what? We're not an investment company. We're a mining company. And what we have is a mini miner that you can purchase. And once you purchase the mini miner, and you can plug into the Vista pool. When you plug into the Vista pool, and people everywhere around the world can actually start receiving Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, and you get to choose that. Here's a cool thing. Right now, everybody that wants to join Vista Network joins for free, so nobody's spending a penny out of their pocket. One of the things that me and Brent and George have always preached for years and years and years is there's 3 key ingredients to a company. You have to have what we call the 3 Ps. You have the right people, you have the right product, you have the right pay plan. One of the things that we believe that we have here is the right people behind the company, because the people are people like me and you that are sick and tired of being raked over the coals, and we're here to help people. So the next part of the P is for the people is the people behind the company. Brent, myself, and George just got back from California this past week, where we spent a whole week. We got a chance to meet the owner of the company and CEO, Armin Tamarian, which you'll get to hear from in just a few minutes. We got a chance to meet his co-founders and partners in the business. We went to the office, and we got to see everything that we're talking about here. You know, again, let me remind you, we didn't spend a penny, and you don't have to spend a penny until everything comes to play. And that's what makes Vista Network such a powerful opportunity, because so many companies, when people join, they say, oh, send us a Bitcoin, send us $2 Bitcoin. You know what happens? People do that, and they get nothing in return for it. What we're saying is, sit tight, wait till the mini miner comes out here in the next few days, and then you guys can put some money in and watch what happens. You know what? When you buy a mini miner, it's going to start generating Bitcoin for you every single day. Is it going to be $1 million? Why, heck no. We're not going to tell you that at all. We're going to tell you sit tight and watch what happens. But here's the other part of the equation. You know what? When you get a chance to meet somebody face to face, and you get a chance to see them, and you sit down at a table with them, and you see their dream, and you see their vision, like we did this past week, then it's powerful, because we have not had the opportunity to do that all year with anybody else playing in the cryptocurrency space. Our buddy George, I think, is online with us right now, and he's from out in Las Vegas. George got a chance to be out there for 4 or 5 days like we did. George, if you would hop on board, talk about what made you so excited about the people behind the company and this product we're talking about, the mini miner.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, hey, there you are. What's up, brother?
I'm actually trying to get Paul on here. He actually called into the regular line, so I'm just texting him what to do. So we want to get him on. So it's all technology, isn't it? Well, look at everybody. We're going to have Paul on. It's really important thing that Paul wants on here, primarily because he's down there working with the software and getting everything compliant, and we're going to get in a comp plan integrated into the software. And he's really the big star right now for us to get this really moving forward. So I'm really anxious to have him on. So I need to text him a few more things. So if Armin's not on, if you could just talk for a second, Scott, I'm going to get Paul on here and make sure.
All right, you go ahead and get Paul on. We'll talk a little bit more, because no problem at all. Because at the end of the day, you know, me and Britt said for years, and just like you have, you know, there's 3 key ingredients to a successful business. The product, we just talked a little bit about the miner. You know, one of the things in the cryptocurrency world, guys, is the United States has been beat up by all these companies around the globe that have come in here and allowed people to make money, and nobody pays. So that's one of the things that the mining industry with Vista is going to change here in the United States, because people are going to pay tax on the mining machine, and Vista Network is going to pay every state individually the tax. So guess what? People now in the United States are not going to be as upset like they have been with what's happening in cryptocurrency. So that's the reason we say the people behind the business are really important to make sure they're doing the right thing. The product that we have, again, is the mini miner, and that's also important, because if you don't have a product here in the United States, you know what that means? You're going to be illegal. So we're not going to be illegal here, because we have a legitimate product that people can purchase. That product is going to generate Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum, one of the different cryptocurrencies out there. And then the pay plan is something that we call the third P. People have to get paid in order to be able to stick with a company. Because you know what? If you don't get paid, you're not going to get anything done. One of the things we talked about this past weekend while we were out there in California was there's 2 things that are so important for this industry. One is, everybody knows it, your product has to be delivered. And number 2 is, people have to get paid to tell their friends. Well, Brent and myself have been in this industry for 25 years, and we know that's a true statement. The next thing that we know is cryptocurrency is a changing industry for home-based business, for networking, for the governments. I mean, about 13 months ago, one of the things Brent and myself said is, hey, you know what, there was a South Carolina congressman out there that said, guess what? America, wake up. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. And for those of you that have not heard about him, you probably watched him on the news the last 2 or 3 days. in the forefront. Well, you know why? Because he is the director, and he is the biggest guy next to President Trump out here directing the budget. And people are wondering, what's he going to do? Is our budget going to make it? Well, guys, he's the guy that brought cryptocurrency almost to the United States. So it's pretty cool that we got this going on. But how would you like to be able to have a product you could plug into your house? When you plug it in, it starts generating Bitcoin. It starts generating Ethereum. It starts generating Litecoin. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a product that is the size of your cell phone that starts generating income for you. All of us have been out in California the past week. You can hear our voices are scratchy. We've been on the phones. We've been talking all day and all week to people, letting them know how excited we are about what Vista Network has. Armin is the president and CEO of the company, and he got a chance to bring one of the products and show it to us. When we went to the office, me and Brent were blown away. And some of the things that we saw, guys, all we can tell you is it really is real. So many times you hear about a company and nobody knows the owner, nobody knows the CEO, nobody's been to the office. Well, we went there this whole week, and we spent the whole week there. And it's exciting to be a part of a company that is coming out with something that really is a game changer. And, you know, some of you guys, we've seen you on Facebook, we've seen you on the internet complaining, oh, it hadn't happened fast enough. We're supposed to launch last week. You know what? These guys are doing everything the way they're supposed to do. So there's not going to be a hiccup once it launches. We get a chance also to have Paul Morris on the phone. George, is Paul with us tonight? See if George.
Scott, we got Lewis and Armin. I sent you a couple texts. I don't know if you're not getting your text, but I sent you a couple texts. Armin is on here along with Lewis, so if you can maybe bring on Lewis and Armin here before Paul comes on.
Okay, that'd be great. Let me do that then. I'm glad we're here, guys. Again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience tonight of the crazy conference call lines. We got so many people calling in. But we got the CEO, Armin Tamarian. Brent and myself got to sit down, meet with Armin, hang out with Armin several different occasions, eat supper, spend 10, 15 hours a day out there this past week. Armin is somebody that is a visionary. He's somebody that actually knows what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. So, Armin, we appreciate everything that you did for me and Brent this past week. And, George, thank you so much for being on the call with us. If you would hop on board here and talk a little bit about what's so important about what's going on here, maybe a couple of updates for the field with Vista Network.
Hey, Scott, and thanks for the wonderful introduction. Am I coming out okay?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. I got Louis Amaya here, our CEO and co-founder as well. Let me just make sure he's here. Louis, are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. So, guys, what I'll do is I'll have Louis kick it off today, and then I'll come back and close out with some company updates for everybody that's on this call. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our other co-founder here, Mr. Louis Amaya, who's been with our company for a very long time. He's about to fly out to the Philippines. This is our first international visit after the 2.0 launch next week. So if anybody has any connections in the Philippines, we're about to do a major launch into that market. So Louis, take it away.
Great. Thank you so much, Armin. Yes. First of all, what I would love to say is that one thing that has been driving us as a company is compliance. Compliance around the world. And we have been transparent from the start, and we will keep it that way for the years to come. With that being said, we had a great year last year, Vista 1.0. We had a lot of challenges. We had a lot of victories, more victories than any. I mean, we're talking about, depositing benefits to thousands and thousands of wallets around the world every single day. The greatest thing about what's going on is that Vista 2.0 will not reflect, will not have any, if I may say, affiliation to Vista 1.0. Vista 2.0 2018 is a game changer. It's an economical changer. We are really going after the world economy. I've been saying that from the beginning. And I'll tell you one thing. We're going to start off really hard by going to the Philippines this week. I will be there for a whole week. And I'll tell you, we're going to run business the same way we did in all the other countries that we went last year. But this year, with a new comp plan, with a new face, with our star product, the Mini Miner, really, I mean, look, I understand, the understanding is this. You can mine any coin that is exchangeable in an exchange. So, Monero, or you name it, we have 40 different coins. From that, whatever quantity of coins you get, you can actually go to an exchange and trade it for Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever you want, or keep that coin. As you can see, we will educate you and guide you to see which way you go ahead and decide on what crypto coins you are getting. Now, but I want to go back to the Philippines right now. Look, I know around 50 Tagalog words. I'm sure by Wednesday, when I am in the Philippines, I will know 300. I have to learn it, and I'll tell you why. Because around the world, people think, oh, you know, Louis is going to the Philippines, and the Philippines is going to explode. I'll tell you something. There are cities filled up with tons and millions of Filipinos around the world. So I know when I go to the Philippines, I'm talking about Dubai, Hawaii, anywhere in the United States, Europe, Africa, you name it. You know, these little pockets are going to explode. So if you know any Filipinos, you got to talk to them. Now, after that, I may be going to a beautiful country called Australia, but we're keeping that in the near future. And I'll be staying in Asia for a little bit. We really want to make sure that we can have a global impact. Other than that, I'll tell you, we are very proud of all the leaders that have come by to the office to see that, yes, this is real, that, yeah, from the beginning, from day one, Armin, Hector, myself, Dante, you know, we have really been thinking of how can we just impact every person in this direct sales industry. And I know there's a lot of schools of thought. There's a lot of people that have their way, but we want to build a universal company, and Vista is the one. Other than that, I'll just go ahead and pass it back. Just get ready, because we're about to rock.
Thanks, Luis. Good evening, everybody. My name is Armin Tamurian, and I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of the Vista Networks group and group of companies. And that was your COO and co-founder, Mr. Luis Amaya, who has been a very important part of our Vista business model and growth over the since we started about 3 years ago, and especially in the last 1 year since we started, or under just 1 year since we started Vista Networks, our affiliate program, where we want to involve the rest of the world. So it's a pleasure to be on this call, and I want to thank our hosts today, Mr. Scott Chandler and Brent Robinson and George Hoagland that are on the call. And yes, it's true, Brent and Scott, we flew them out here last week, or maybe a few days ago. It feels like last week. Things are going by I can't tell, so fast or so slow. But you know, we had them here recently, and they came to corporate here in Glendale, California. Glendale is a really nice city next to, in between two very famous cities, Pasadena, where we have the Rose Parade, and Burbank, where we have all the Disney studios and what have you. So they came here to corporate, they checked it out, they saw it with their eyes, you know, we're the real thing. So we're really proud of that. I'd like to give you guys, all of you guys, a little update on what's going on. And today is supposed to be really a company update call every Sunday night. It is more designed for that than it is for an opportunity call. All of you guys have known about the 2.0 launch of Vista, the business opportunity, and maybe there's some of you calling in to hear on the business opportunity pitch or the marketing plan, or maybe a little bit more about the star product here that we have, the Mini Miner. But today is not really more designed for that, but it's more designed for giving you guys an update call on the state of the company and also the launch of the binary program. And we have seen our back office just populate like crazy. I'm sitting in front of one of the screens here and looking at our Alexa.com ranking. Our Alexa.com ranking at Vista for the U.S. has shot up like incredibly, 684,000% shoot up. We're ranked 296,000 in the world in Alexa, 64,000 in America, and I can see here United Kingdom is coming up here, 5.6%. Ranking is 100,000. Canada is next. Nigeria and India is popping into the scene, and I think a lot of people are hearing about this in India and South Africa right behind it. So we look at analyticals and we can see our business growing like exponentially. The word is going out there about this, the opportunity, the mission and the vision of the company. The mini miner, of course. The mini miner is talk of the town. It's being the talk of the online space, and boy, there's some really there's a lot of heat on the mini miner, especially on the online scene. But that's really exciting because anything that's going to be hot, anything that's hot, really gets a lot of attention, both positive and possibly negative. So there's a lot of heat out there on the mini miner, and we're so excited about that. That heat is great for business. It's awesome for business. The more people talk about the mini miner, even if it's negative or even if it's positive, it's great for business because we are the only ones who can release this, and we're the only ones that have a patent pending on it. And we're about to showcase the mini miner when Raj comes here on Tuesday or this Wednesday to hook it up, and we'll do the video live from our office, record it, and then we'll put it on the blast it out everywhere, showing the mini miner in action, working and hashing. This is going to be phenomenal. This is the first preview we're going to give anybody to the world with the mini miner in action. So look out for Wednesday, possibly Tuesday. I'm not sure. Depends on Raj's schedule when he comes here and hooks it up, and it goes live on our screens, and we can now do videotape and we can blast it out to the world. This is the first time people will actually see the mini miner in action. Of course, we are waiting anxiously. I just spoke to our software team. We're waiting anxiously to get an update on the launch of our new beautiful website that we have, Vista 2.0, going from our existing website, back office, Greystar, transitioning over to our in-house servers here at Vista. Greystar has released the passwords and genealogies, and our partners there at Greystar are fully cooperating and fully doing whatever they need to do to transition our database that has exploded in the last 3 weeks. We have doubled the number of people that have joined Vista. So Vista is a force to be reckoned with, and I know as soon as we go live, those numbers will double again because when it's live and it's on, it's going to be a different story. So we're super excited about that. The company has taken stronger measures to go compliant. We are adding, maybe 3 more attorneys onto our, list of attorneys starting tomorrow. We're going to be out there, kind of protecting the company, both on the social medias and everywhere else. So those will be local attorneys from our city here. And then I know Paul and his team from the East Coast there, our partners, will have probably a set of attorneys that are also going to be here company. So guys, this is super exciting time for Vista. Sitting here in front of a mini miner that we have here that that we have a couple more extra we got from our inventor. I'm looking at this thing, and I'm dreaming of a mini miner. You know, in every home around the country, around the world, as we take this incredible product mainstream and to the homes. This is the home of the mini miner at Vista Networks Technologies USA, California-based company, born in the USA, made in the USA, assembled in the USA, going out from the USA. We're so proud of that. We're really proud that we have this incredible support, all of you on our team, you know, firing away in a short couple of days or so. You guys will be able to go into your back offices and go ahead and put a pre-order for your mini miner machine. And I know you'll be anxiously waiting to have one come and delivered to your front door, probably waiting for it as well. So super exciting times, friends.
Armin?
Yes, sir.
Paul is here. Paul arrived, I think.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna stop talking, and we'll turn it over to our chairman of our executive council in our field, Mr. Paul.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And I've been on the call. I just dialed in wrong, and no one could hear me. So I figured out how to finally get in with the right buttons, and I'm here to join you. But I did have the pleasure of hearing my old friend Brent and Scott talking earlier, and I just want to, just give them some accolades for the fact that they are who they are. I just love what I heard in the introductions and their emphasis on being compliant and doing everything legally. And you can be proud to have them as your upline leaders where that is their major concern. And if you've listened to the tone of the call tonight, you've not heard a lot of hype, you've not heard a lot of people are talking about, getting rich, and although we all will, the whole emphasis has been on doing the right thing and doing it right, and doing it right now as fast as we can to get things in shape, to be here for the long haul. I know that in network marketing, and particularly in the cryptocurrency space, there is a lot of chatter about how fast people can become very wealthy. They hear that there's more millionaires being born now in that crypto space, and I think there's a tendency to get carried away with that and to exaggerate. Well, I'm telling you, with the mini miner and the Vista program, there's no need to exaggerate. There's no need to hype anybody. The facts are there and will, display themselves as the actual proof of concept. The thing that I think is most important for all of you in an era where these companies just come and gone like the next bus, here comes another one right behind the other one, and the tendency to think when you perhaps even first heard of Vista, here comes another one of these Bitcoin scams, and all of a sudden you said, wow, this seems a little bit different. And I kind of thought that until I had a chance to meet and spend a day with Armin, and I said, wow, this is quality. This is, character and integrity, and the heart's in the right place, and all the concern is for, designing something where the new distributor can earn money. The person that's not a big, huge business builder, that doesn't go out and recruit a lot of people right away, and earn money. And that was his concern. And then I got to know Louis and Hector through a variety of various phone calls. And so when you see the leadership at the top, and then you see the leadership like, Brent, Scott, and George, and the quality leadership that's being attracted with the years and years of experience, and then to know that their hearts are all in the right place, that we do this right, and that we do it legally. And so I know that there's a lot of things floating around there. I get people calling me all excited every day, and they're talking about percentages and dollars, and somebody said something that the other day they heard someone said the hundreds and hundreds of dollars this mini miner can generate every month. Guys, we've got to police ourselves. We've got to make sure that we stay right on the straight and narrow, and we've got to look at this as a career opportunity. We are providing you with the Vista 2.0 as a career path, kind of in tune with the philosophy of Richard Book, who wrote the book called The 4-Year Career. He just has chapter after chapter after chapter of people who over a 4-year period have developed financial independence and never have to work again the rest of their lives. And I think for a lot of people that have been jumping from one deal to the next deal to the next deal and just having them fall behind them, one after another, they collapse. I think it's refreshing for all of you that are joining Vista, and particularly the Vista 2.0, know that you're joining something that can be a career path for you, where you build over the next several years and find yourself in a position where you will be, can be financially independent if you're willing to do the things that it takes. And so that's what we're all about. We're providing a career path for long-term, creating long-term, reliable future earnings potential if you build a good, solid business, doing it the right way. That's what we're going to be sharing with you. That's what we're going to be promoting. That's what we're going to be teaching. But we need all of you as field leaders, and I know there's most of you on the call tonight are leaders. There's probably a few prospects that snuck on, and you were invited on. You're welcome. You're on here, but we were taking this opportunity to make it sort of a leadership thing and say, guys, this can be the biggest and best thing we've ever done in our lives. We just need to police ourselves and make sure that we do everything. We dot every I, cross every T, and we don't say things we shouldn't be saying that could get us in trouble with three-letter agencies. And that, some of the companies you saw come and go, they were scams. They never should have come in the first place, and they should have been shut down. Others, well, they were legitimate. They believed they were doing things right, but they got in trouble because distributors in the field weren't promoting it properly. We want to educate and teach all of you to promote it properly so that we're here for many, many years to come. And so that, I'll turn it back to George.
Well, thank you, Paul. I think that covers everything we want to do. To have Armin, Lewis, and Brett and Scott on, and maybe Scott, I want to take it back to you, but I'll just put my 2 cents in here. We're all anxious to get this open. I know we've set 2 dates last Monday, this Monday, and I know that Armin wants to get this started yesterday, but I also know that it's a monumental task to bring over genealogy, get it correct. And so just hang in there as we get to that point. As we move the service over, you're going to see the site basically go down. As it moves over, it populates usually pretty quickly within an hour or two. Then you'll see the new site up. And then you'll be able to go in and look around and make sure everything's accurate before we really launch this puppy and really get going. But it's a process, and but I'm really anxious to see this mini miner go up. I know I've gotten a lot of calls from people that want to actually see it operating. It is the hallmark of this operation of a new 2.0, and we're all anxious for that. So, Scott, I couldn't think of a better week to start out knowing that we're going to see the mini miner, have our company open, be able to go in the back office, look around. And I've seen the front office. It's stellar. The back office, the $6 million software, could take us around the world and add millions of people flawlessly. And that once we start that, people are going to love what they see, and the quick delivery of our products. Those are the 3 things we've got to do, obviously, is ship our product on time, make sure we have the tracking, make sure it gets there, make sure that we get paid on time, and that everything operates freely. We have a good customer service. That's all in the works. So, Scott, that's what I have to say to you. It's George Hoagland, and back to you, Scott.
All right. Thanks a lot, George. Thanks a lot, Paul. Here, before I turn it back to Brent, I want to just hit on a couple more things because, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize, if you're brand new to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, some of the different coins, maybe you've heard the names that sound funky to you, Ethereum, Litecoin, who knows what they are. But here's the deal, guys. They have gone, as a matter of fact, Brent and myself got involved about 13 months ago with Bitcoin when it was $800. And now it's up over $13,000, $14,000. Here's the thing. How would you like to have a company that could show you how to mine that? You go, what the heck is mining when it comes to Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin sounds kind of crazy by itself. Here's the deal. Every time somebody sends a transaction of Bitcoin, whether if I send it to Brent, Brent sends it to George, George sends it to Paul, there's a transaction fee that has to be paid. You know what the miners do? The miners verify these transactions with the different coins that are out there. But here's the cool thing. Mining is here to stay because there's over 1,500 cryptocurrencies now around the world. There's over 20 countries that have accepted Bitcoin as a legal currency in their country. And it's pretty cool because you know what? We can send it instantly back and forth to each other. I can send money to George. George can send money to Brent. We can send money to somebody over in another country. It's that crazy and it's that cool. You can get a Visa card and you can actually transfer your Bitcoin over to a Visa card, and you can rent a car like me and Brent did this past weekend. You can pay for an airplane ticket like me and Brent did this past weekend to fly out to California. And when you all of a sudden get the big picture, the cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the Litecoins, they're here to stay. So you know what that means for each of us? How would you like to be able to have a mini mining machine and help each one of us around the globe here to where we can start receiving Bitcoin directly into our Bitcoin wallet just from plugging one of these mining machines into our own home. It's Wi-Fi. It doesn't have to plug into your computer, and it dumps the coin every single day directly into your Bitcoin wallet. That's the reason we're so excited, because there's been a lot of programs out here, as you heard Paul say earlier, that have taken people for a ride. They've scammed them. They've taken their money. You know what? Mining is going to be here forever and ever and ever. And what's cool that we have a product like the Bitcoin Mini Miner here from Vista that is going to change the world. And it's exciting to be there. Brent, let me flip back over to you, brother, and let you close everything out.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. I tell you what, having the total package, the 3 Ps, the product, the people, and the pay plan. But over here, seldom do you ever find a company that has the 3 Ps. Lots of times we've looked at companies over the years, and you've got a good product, you might have good people behind the business, but the pay plan's terrible. Or you've got a good pay plan, a good product, but the people behind the business aren't good. Over here, guys, the product, the people, and the pay plan is the total package, but the people behind the business in this company right here is like we've never seen before. And that's one of the most important things right there. We've got Paul, we've got Armin, Lewis, George, Scott, myself. With what we saw in Glendale, California this past week, the people behind this business is number one, and they're not going to let this company fail. And that's so huge for us. And that's why we're super excited about Vista Network with the mini mining machine. We're going to be the first ones ever to roll this product out. We're going to be the only company that I've seen in the crypto industry with a true product. We've looked at hundreds of companies, and there's not one in the last year company that we've seen with a true product, guys. We're doing something special right here that's going to just explode here in the next 30, 60, 90 days. So just be a little bit patient. I know they're working as hard as they can behind the scenes, and we will get this right. Hopefully here in the next 48 to 72 hours, everything's going to go live, but we'll keep everybody updated with the update calls for all night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I thank everybody for joining us on the call tonight. Armin, Paul, Lewis, George, Scott, thank you so much. And we'll see everybody here Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. We'll be right back here for our business opportunity conference call. Everybody have a wonderful evening.